handed the development off to one of his colleagues, I began to hear whispers like, oh, he's just counting his money now, or he's not really that into making games anymore. And this struck me as strange, because it didn't...
Never been mean to the spaniel.
I want to be. Oh, floor's wet. Brutal. I'll just get wet feet. Alright, how you doing? Just finished watching Mojang. No, Minecraft, the story of Mojang, which was it's a documentary I bought ages and ages and ages ago. Theo keeps on asking me if he could see a picture of Notch, and I kept on forgetting, Notch being the guy who made Minecraft. Yeah, I kept meaning to show him this picture, and I was like, we've got the film, why don't I just let him watch the film? And I couldn't find the film, so I've actually gone out and bought another copy, which is annoying because I owned a digital copy, a DVD copy, does anyone remember, like, the boys spilt milk over the table years and years? Well, when we were first living here, they spilt like I think William might have spilt milk over the table that had like my capture cards and stuff and my DVD and that on it.
I liked the film.
Good.
And I love you.
Love you too. Yeah. So I now have 3 copies of the film. Was it the Minecraft film where they spilt stuff over? I know they spilt milk over my my Elgato capture card, but oh well. I've had a pretty sucky day, to be honest, because we've all been feeling pretty sick. Inky first, I followed, then Noodle said he was feeling really sick, and Big Man hasn't really complained any, but he's been feeling sick the last few days anyway. So I will say, feeling sick hasn't stopped people from eating McDonald's. See if the Big Man's still in the garage.
Okay. This one, I've just been killed.
Have you?
I've got wet feet.
Have you? I'm just having a little nanny nap
Hey,
because they took it out of me.
how you doing, Nanny?
Well, I did think I was winning,
What, and then it was...
but he showed me the moves, but I still can't do them. When I go fireball,
You got to practice.
nanny couldn't do them because I couldn't even get a fireball to come out, could I? So I thought I'm going to have 5 minutes because it's just too much.
I've watched Big Man. He beat SNK versus Capcom today.
Yeah, he was being ever so good, ever so patient trying to teach me, but Nanny just couldn't get the fireball. I was pressing the buttons like you showed me,
Yeah.
but there weren't no fireball coming out. So
Bless.
in the end he kicked my backside, basically.
Bless
I'm a
him.
bit of a silly Nanny. Then he said, you better sit down, Nanny, didn't you, just now?
Yep.
So he's now taking his jacket off, he's getting a bit hot.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You can...
I can't have a nanny nap, not really. I put that on, I thought that was 2 players.
It is.
Is it a 2-player, my man?
Yep.
Is it?
They're all 2-player.
Oh. Well, when Nanny was doing the controls, nothing was happening.
Because you probably didn't put any money in it.
Ah, well, it's going like that. Come on! And he went, Nanny.
You're not playing it, you Burke.
That's what he said. He said, you're not playing, that's on 1 player at the minute. I thought, well, I thought I was a teacher. You didn't tell me I had to put credit in it.
Let's just start up. It's on 2-player now, Nanny.
What? I didn't ask.
No. Theo, next, Nanny, quickly.
Oh, you've done it for me now, have you?
Uh-huh.
Hey, that's cheap. Nanny ain't even there. Just the black buttons, Nanny.
I was actually thinking I was beating him a little while ago, and I was actually thought I was him. Nanny's getting all excited, weren't I? I don't like big girls, they're a bit...
The best thing with Samurai Showdown is his special moves are not going to save him any.
Bring it on, Nanny.
Yeah, I'm bringing it on, mate. Who's that thing in the black? Was that me then? Oh no, it was a bird.
Yeah, Mama. Yeah.
Which one am I?
The girl, you Burke.
No, I'm that one. Ah.
The funny thing is, you were winning up until you started,
Hey,
almost. Like, literally, almost.
oh, so I'm that one.
This one. You did.
Who's he?
I'm a boy.
Right, I'm her. Yeah? How have you got a sword and I haven't?
You have got.
Now stop whining, Nanny.
Doesn't
You're
help
not
you.
using it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say it doesn't help you pressing the kick buttons.
Gonna make you die.
Wow.
You're gonna die, Nanny.
That
No.
was brutal.
What buttons am I supposed to be pressing?
Black ones.
No, these ones.
Yes.
You didn't tell me, did ya?
Oh yeah.
Good job, big man. Where is he? There he is.
Hey, come on, I'm down. Beating on me. Roar.
Yeah, but I'm old.
Guess what? How long that's gonna be in the
So what are we
Switch?
going to play now then?
So it's gonna be in Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Is
November
it?
2019.
Alright, what are we going to play then? Oh,
There's only fighting games, Nanny.
yeah, I know, but...
Shouting at each other. My first mission of the day actually involved the arcade machine because Big Man said to me before he went to school, he said, "Can we play some Galro Mark of the Wolves on the arcade machine today, Dad?" And I was like, "Yeah, mate, of course we can." So Inky was out here doing some kind of mystical, magical. Oh, God, my ass! Stupid chair. Yeah, he was out here doing a mystical, magical gardening stuff and that, and I went to go plug in the arcade cabinet. I don't know why I thought to just start up the machine. Like, I thought, you know what, I'll turn it on, I'll launch a game, and then when Big Man comes in, we can just go through and play some games. And there were some issues, and it's a little worrying. So I'd launched Galro, and we started to have like there was some sync issues. So if anyone's sitting on a tube TV when things aren't kind of, you know, calibrated properly, the screen will just scroll. So the image will go from top to bottom, to top to bottom, to top to bottom. It'll just roll. And I was just like, wow, it's not working. I was like, okay, Last Blade 2, another Neo Geo game. It's rolling. The graphics were broken. And I was like, okay, this is worrying. Because the main menu was fine. The main menu was loaded up just fine. But it just kept on rolling as soon as you got to a game. And I was just like, oh my god, if like this worked like a couple days ago, it was fine. It was yesterday, the machine, I was worried because the machine had been left on, the main menu of the arcade machine, like the game select screen, for it must have been hours and hours and hours. I didn't turn it off until like midnight last night. And it had probably been left on from about 3 sometime during the day. It was just left on that screen, and it's a horrible screen to leave it on because there's no motion on it, nothing's moving. And I was worried because I launched Third Strike last night, because Third Strike's kind of my screensaver game on the arcade machine, because every element on the screen changes through its attract mode. So there's no one piece of text that stays on the screen for any period of time. Like on the SNK games, you'll always have like the credit button, the credit counter on the bottom. That doesn't go away. It'll be on the screen majority of the time. Whereas on the Street Fighter games, like Third Strike, it changes the whole thing constantly, just over and over and over. So I don't have to worry about burn or anything like that. And because it was left on that title screen, I was like, shit, please don't tell me that something has happened. Unlikely, because the thing had been left on that screen all night. I'm worried that potentially we might end up having sync issues, and there's no reason for it to have them. I mean, you can't you can't make any adjustments to that screen without removing the whole front glass and the bezel-y bit around the screen. So it means the kids can't have fiddled with it. I'm now just worried that maybe damp or anything has kind of started screwing with the board. But I've got it working again, and it's fine, but I'm going to have to keep an eye on it, because if it starts going flaky again, I might have to kind of go into a deep dive for it. And I don't know much about anything of that board. If it breaks, that's something I can't fix. And arcade CRTs aren't cheap. So, and I'd like that machine to always have a CRT in it, but it's working now and Big Man's happy, so ace. Just gold. I've been on that bloody thing since I finished school. Well, William has been since he come home. He's been on that thing for like, what, 3 hours? It's insanity. But good times. Would you believe it's only been about 20 minutes since I last walked across the garden? Oh, I've just spent that 20 minutes up chucking. Ooh, I really hope Inky and the boys don't feel like this. Anyway, I'm making my way across the garden to turn off the arcade cab. Just because Big Man and Nanny are finished. I'm so pleased Big Man finished SVC Chaos. Didn't do a 1 credit run, but then that's fine. He just seemed to really enjoy it. And I've never seen Mr. Karai as the end guy. Every time I've played it's been Shinakuma. 1 second. They've gone and done the exact thing I asked them not to do. They've left it on the game select screen. But yeah, this is the screen I was talking about, because nothing changes. And then, you know, earlier you'd pick a game, and like rather than that being there, it would come up over here, and then the image would just scroll like it wasn't locked anymore, like it wasn't synced. But thankfully, that's good. I'm actually going to update the pie that's in there at some point, and we will build more of these. We will. I'm going to get a new anode for that, or build something for that, and then so I can test the monitor, or I could just pull the anode from that and stick it in that, and then maybe change that up a bit, just because and then maybe Pi to Jammer all of them. That'd be rad. Or I could put the Neo Geo in one of those too. Anyway, just returning this off. There you go, that means it's turned off. And you have to come down and bing! We are done. Alright. What? What? Where's all my coke gone, man? Ah. Ugh. Thieves! What the hell? Come on. Yeah, I did it. Bloody family. What about me? Oh. I've actually lost track of what was going on. I'm just waiting for Inky to come home from work at the minute, to be fair. I'm probably just going to go do what Inky and I were doing earlier whilst I was live streaming, or after I was live streaming. So she did her gardening stuff, and I went to live stream, and then I came downstairs and she weren't feeling all that well. We just sat and watched High School DxD for a little while before I went to go get the kids from school. So I'll probably put on another couple of episodes, but she passed out, so. But bless her, she went to work anyway, she didn't want to take the time off. But I've just been given potentially another couple of projects. So, not real. They are projects for the good of the world projects. So, I'm going to potentially build Mum a Raspberry Pi and a cheapy little arcade stick, so she can learn some fighting game stuff. So she can play William. Also, some of her friends' grandchildren, I might build them Raspberry Pi arcade stick combos so that maybe they can play a few little fighting games in there. Just because we're thinking of kind of getting all the kidney links together at some point, and whilst they do like games, I don't know if their parents would kind of go out their way to buy them like the ACA Neo Geo stuff, Neo Geo fighting games and that, and a fight stick. And Wilbur really likes introducing people to the arcade, so figure why not just build some people some like cheapy little arcade rigs, like arcade emulation rigs. I mean, like Raspberry Pi 3A plus, is that the one? The current generation 3 with the quad core processor on it. It's cheaper than the Model 3, I think. I can't remember now. Just that and a cheapy arcade stick, and a small memory card with some games on it. Street Fighter and SVC Chaos and Third Strike. I know Street Fighter is Third Strike, like Alpha 1, 2, and 3, Third Strike, Sam Show. Last Blade, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, all the fluff. So maybe do that. I don't know. Yeah, what was that? Is that Inky Nail coming up? I don't know. Hopefully it is. But yeah, probably put on some anime and then crash out. And a quick update on Astral Chain. It's now in the top 5. It's now in my top 5 most played Switch games at 31 or so hours, 32 hours. Doing File 12, which is literally just submissions. There is no real story so far to File 12, which is kind of like after the credits. But it just literally says like you only have 2 lives, enemies hit pretty hard. You can't carry in your own items into these missions. We will give you a pre-assigned set of items, and that's all you can use, and then the rest of it's up to you. It's kind of neat. With the fact that you've only got like 2 lives and enemies hit like tanks, it almost makes me feel like this is what the game would have played like had I've had it a difficulty level up. But it's pretty fun. So I think the next level up from what I was playing on only had the two live system in place. But it again, super fun. I am finding a few of the missions to be a tad on the cheap side, but that's just a mechanics thing. And because I'm really shite with the mechanics in the game, but it's really fun. Still really fun. Oh dear. But I think I might upchuck. Yeah, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna go and have a shower, put on some anime, and wait for my wife to come home because I'm still mildly moist from when I sat down in the garden like an idiot. So I hope you're well, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck tomorrow. She came home with a gift. Bless her.